You're absolutely right, Dakota Snow. I am late today. I was watching the chat and forgot to hit the button. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Today is Friday, December the 19th, and you are watching CyberCast IRL. Way to keep me entertained. Man, I love the pregame show that goes on in chat before this thing gets fired up. We have a good time. Lots of really great conversation. It's always enjoyable to see who's joining us today. And, of course, we have the bearded IT dad right there having a great time, calling me out on the carpet. But we're having fun. We're having a great time. Thanks for joining us today. I see some great people other than Dakota in the chat as well. We've got Wayne's Real World. As always, good to see him. I know he's had things pulling him away from the show. It's always great to see that he was able to make it today. We got the Unknown 101. Let me show you guys what's going on here. Look who's in here. Steve Young. Oh, hey there, Bob. It's good to see you there, Bob. Simply Cyber. Holla. That's my boy Jerry right there. Space Tacos in the house. Dustin Gion. DJ. Man, see, here it is. We all know what I need to do before we get too far. Real Kyle's in the house. Who else is in here? I saw Wes Bryan is in here as well. Duke Norris, the Lost Gambler. Berg SS. Hello. SSJ. Is that Super Saiyan? That made me think of Super Saiyan. SSJ. If that's how they used to do it back in the day. Dragon Ball Z making its comeback. Let's see here. What else we got in the house here? I saw Tech Ricky, the techiest of all the Rickies. You know what's up. Always glad to see everyone. And of course, Carrie Jason. Great stuff. Good to see everyone. I could probably do this all day as everybody. Silver Wraith. R70. Good to see you. Marcus Kyler. That's what's up. LeGrat. Man, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to have a great time. We're going to talk about some cybersecurity stuff. We're going to have a little bit of fun because we got a Tech Next segment. You know, like I like to do, last 10, 15 minutes of the show, I go full on North Central Florida boy who knows a bit about computers and technology and cybersecurity and gets a little crazy there with an article, and we have a good time making fun. I'm just poking fun at myself, honestly, because that's me. That's the guy you're talking to right here. That's right. LeGrat says, come for the poor, stay for the cyber. Because that's another thing we like to do is a little morning pour. I say we get into that. We had a lot of people guessing what color we're going to have today. Go ahead and put your thoughts in the chat on that. I'm going to bring the chat up because we were already seeing. I saw blue. I saw red for festivities, Strawberry Dream. Many and sundry different that we could have chosen from. But today I'm going with a new pour. It is a new pour today, kids. So what could it be? Well, we've got to get the Lord's Camo Cup out first, right? And pay homage to the Camo Cup. Iced, hopefully just right. And with that, what will we today? Well, I'm trying something different. I'm doing a little something new. Still a monster, but not a zero sugar monster today. It's going to be, fully caffeinated. We're going, high test with Monster Juice. It just says Monster Energy Juice. This one is called, okay, don't put them down here. It's called Rio Punch. And hopefully it is a Rio Punch. I feel like when I open this, it's going to be red like Hawaiian Punch. And then I'm going to have like 10-year-old Kool-Aid mouth the entire show. But this was in there and I was like, oh, that's colorful. It's got a lovely lady on the side here who looks like she's ready for Carnival. So I'm excited. Yeah, there's a lot of Brazilian stuff on the other side there, like imagery, iconography. I don't know what I'm saying here. I'm making up words. But let's get to that pour because I'm thirsty. I needs it. ASMR time to get the crack. Okay. Not the best crack, honestly. I call it like I see it, right? It was a little soft. I like it to be I like it to hurt my ear. You know what I mean? But that one was a little. It could have been the way I pulled the tap. These things happen. It's complex on how the crack comes out. It's basically chaos theory on what you get when you get the crack. But let's see what color this thing is and get that pour going on. So let me dip that thing back down here. Are we ready? Pour. Booyah. It is a bit red. Ooh. Careful there, Lowry. on now. Oh, yeah. Perfection. That was a perfect pour. It's been a while. Maybe that's an omen. Auspicious beginnings. Right? Okay, give it a tap. Get that ice to flow. And here we go. Time to. It's reaction day, right? Let's see what this is like. Okay. Okay. So this is interesting. This is an interesting flavor. It's like stages of flavoring that are going on there. Okay, no, it's I'm warming up to this. That is okay. That's not bad. There's a really so it starts off with kind of the energy part of it, the hot fizz of the monster that's in the can, right? And then it moves to this sweet roll off, which is very nice. It's very nice. I could do that. I can mess with it. Mm. Oh, that's right. And then that backside hits. That is perfection. I love that. It's multi-layered. I'm starting to become like a monster connoisseur. Let's check in with you folks in the chat. What are you guys saying? What do you think about that pour there? What do you think? Anybody ever had one of these? Tastes so good, it's going to make you speak Portuguese. Well, that'll be good because my wife is Portuguese. So that'll help. I needs it. That sounds very good. Precious. Oh, stupid fat hobbits. Let's see here. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Good. I want to try that flavor. Yeah, it's very, man. It makes you want to keep going back to the well because you get hit with the kind of, it's not tang. It's not like, it's a bit of a sizzle at the front end, but then it gets real smooth on the back end and this nice sweetness. And that's what makes you want the next bite, you know? Really nice. Hold on to your butts. That's right. Here we go. Okay, let's look through here. Good pour. Let's see here. Basically chaos theory. Yep. Kool-Aid mouth incoming. Yeah. I'm glad it's not like super red, punchy red. But because that would be fun for me to look like a 10-year-old having, a summer fun stuff going on. All right, looks like we got Bearded IT. This says likes the backside hit. Yeah, it's super good. And you'll notice, the perfect pour, Tech Grunt. Good to see you in here, Tech Grunt. Savor the moment every time to the very last drop. Will do. Iron Chef Monster. I love you guys' comments, man. Pacific Punch should be the next one you try. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. What Surge used to be? Oh, man. Take me back, Raymond Cruz. Tell me you're a child of the 90s without telling me you're a child of the 90s, right? That's it right there. Because we used to, we kept that place in business. I put some kids through college drinking Surge. That and Jolt Cola, right? My next job working for Monster. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, good stuff right there. All right, everyone, for all of you out there that are joining us today, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the little pour thing we do every morning. But this is a cybersecurity podcast or a show, a live cast, whatever the heck it is. I jumble these words around. I don't care. I use them as I like. So that's what I do. But what we do is we talk cybersecurity. If you would like to join in the conversation, well, we would love to have that. You'll notice the chat is quite prominent here. I read the chat. We converse. That's how it goes. Now, that said, it is a bit of an AMA. If you have a question that you want, or something interesting you want to bring up, we can do research. We can maybe just answer those questions. We can do whatever. If you need to get my attention, well, you can see there's some people out there that have figured that little puzzle out. You do this thing. You at my name. Look at that loveliness. See how I can see the Lost Gambler said, didn't mention the next job is working for Monster, right? But he got that at Daniel Lowry. Pops out really nice. Tech Grunt did the same thing. Calls back on Surge and Jolt Cola. Exactly. Right? I can see that. So I assume if you want to catch my attention, that's going to be the best way to do it. I'll still miss stuff. If I do, Wayne's Real World right there. My man Wayne. He is in the house. And so is Victor Rosa. Good to see you. And he will try to back clean up for me. So if I miss something, he'll spam me with, hey, Joe Bruce is trying to get your attention. Here's his question, the kind of thing, right? So we do the best we can. It's a lot of fun. That's all it's meant to be. Hopefully we can learn something from each other today and jump into things. So if you've got those questions, throw them in the chat and we will address them. We will have some fun today. Now, that said, getting into, look at that. We've already got a question. A little White Hat Sheepdog already. I can always count on White Hat Sheepdog. Whenever he's in the chat, we know things are going to get good because he's got great questions. He's keeping his finger on the pulse of cybersecurity all the time. He is everyone, this is White Hat Sheepdog. White Hat Sheepdog is smart. Be like White Hat Sheepdog. Well, this is an interesting thing. I have not seen this, but White Hat Sheepdog says, what are your thoughts on the BBC article talking about 7-year-olds hacking people? Should we be giving them a timeout? Well, we're about to go look this up. Let's see here. BBC, 7-year-old hackers. Children hacking their own schools for fun. Let's go check it. Let's bring it in. By the way, I have a co-host today. You guys can't see him, but he's off camera chewing his chew ball. We now have Duke the Cyberpup. He's in the studio. He is having a very good time. He's deaf, too. So he can't hear a thing we say. We can call him anything we like, and he just sits there and takes it. It's kind of fun. If I can get him to come over, I'll try to show you guys what he looks like. But here we go. Children hacking their own schools for fun, Watchdog warns. So I did not see this, so this is going to be a hot take. Let's do it. The information, you know what you guys probably need to be able to actually read if you're following the bouncing ball here. Information, the ICO has issued a warning about what it calls a worrying trend of students hacking their own schools and college IT systems for fun or as part of dares. It has told teachers that they are failing to understand and recognize what it calls the insider threat pupils pose. It says that more than the majority of so-called, now these aren't 7-year-olds necessarily, right? Did it say that? This was September 11th of 2025. So maybe this isn't the right article. So we'll leave that up. Okay, let me go look up something new. BBC 7, try that again. 7-year-old hackers, December 2025. So pictures, X-teen hackers. So I'm not seeing. This is from September, October 7th. You think it would be White Hat Sheepdog? If you've got, when was that article published? So I can look at that. But still, this article is actually not too bad. The one we've already got. This one's actually pretty interesting. So we'll go with this until we'll check back in with White Hat Sheepdog here in a moment. We'll dovetail the two things together. So, yeah, insider threats. What starts out as a dare, a challenge, a bit of fun in a school setting can ultimately lead to children taking part in damaging attacks on organizations or critical infrastructure. Okay. That seems to be not that it's impossible, but the argumentation seems to be a bit of a slippery slope argument, even though it can and does happen. How slippery that slope is yet to be determined. It comes amid a spate of high... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I always forget to do this. So sorry. You guys are probably like, we can't hear you, Daniel. You can hear me now, though, can't you? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You can. I hate when I do that. Damn you, Windows! And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Why it takes over every time. I move it manually, and it goes, no, that's not where that goes. Stop. I need to look into why that does that and how I can make it stop, if I can make it stop. So anyway, sorry about that, everyone. You should now be able to hear me without turning up your speakers to 45,000 decibels. All right. It comes amid of a high school profile cyber attacks affecting firms, including M&S, Jaguar, and Land Rover, which teen hackers have been implicated. Since 2022, the ISO has investigated 215 hacks and breaches originating Inside education settings, it says 50% were carried out by children. Other breaches are thought to come from staff, third-party IT suppliers, and organizations with access. How much was it? 50% were carried out by children, so over half. That's interesting. One incident, 7-year-olds. But if you think about it, it's really not that surprising. We'll go back through. Let's finish the article up, then we'll go back through this. Subsequently referred to the National Crime Agency. Blah 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 blah. 11 students aged 15 to 16 unlawfully access school databases containing personal information of 1,400 schools. Pupils hacking tools downloaded from the internet to break passwords, security protocols. When questioned, they said they were interested in cybersecurity and wanted to test their skills and knowledge. I think that is probably the thesis that we should really hang our hats on today. How that ends up working out, obviously, is kind of on us in the cybersecurity realm. I think we've taken lots of good leaps and bounds, but I think we're probably at the end of the real information about this. Schools facing an increased number of cyber attacks, 44% of schools. Okay, but that doesn't mean that was young, teenaged, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, all right, let me do this. Let me do this. That way, if we need to, we can go back to it. All right, let's see here. Let's look for White Hat Sheepdog. Hopefully you were able to find that original article. There he is. So your thoughts on that? Cyber, Wayne, blah, 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 blah. I'm just looking for White Hat Sheepdog. Let's see if he was able to find the OG article that he was speaking about. Victor Rosa. Okay, cool. So that means I'm up to speed here. Let's see what you guys are saying. So ultimately, kids do not have maturity. I don't know if you knew that or not. Fun fact for those of you that are just joining the show, kids, and I mean young adults even. I mean, 7-year-olds seems like a bit young to have the wherewithal to be able to hack something. It's possible. I'm not saying you see, 5-year-old drummers playing, John Bonham and stuff. So I know it's possible. I'm sure that is not a common thing. You have a very good, at that level. So if you have very young children, extremely impressionable, that's up to the parents to really have to say, oh, I see a talent, a genius in my kid. We need to focus that in the right way, teach them how to use that power for good. And if the school, so again, I don't know what's going on with the OG article, with the original article, but if the schools and the parents are really focusing those kids on learning cybersecurity for the right reasons, they're going to be monsters when they get older. Like when they become part of the work field, which they could hit at 14, you know what I mean? Or even earlier with that level of skillage. That's awesome. I have no problem with that at all. Teach the kids. There's nothing wrong with teaching them how the systems work and how you can make them work and the technologies that are being used. If they have the aptitude and the curiosity to work with that stuff, you're basically building the next cyber leaders for the next generation. So that's absolutely great. What becomes dangerous is what we've seen in this article, is where kids get curious. They're old enough to understand X, Y, or Z, gain some enough knowledge to grab a tool, download it, install it, and run it, and they don't understand that there are repercussions for that. Because they're, teenagers are teenagers. That's why they get themselves into trouble. That's why it's our job to really shepherd them and help them to focus and give them a good moral fortitude and framework for them to work from, so that they can see, I don't want to, if you see sociopathic tendencies in your child, which most teenage people have, right? Because they're just it's curiosity will get the better of them, right? That's why teens ends up doing a bunch of things they're not supposed to do, because they're curious about it. They see adults do it, so what's the problem? And you know how they feel. They feel like, well, I'm a grown up. It's like you got all the grown up. you've got grown-up attributes, but they have yet to really fully mature. And that's why we don't take our hands off the wheel with you quite yet. So, and that's what we need to do. If these kids are interested in this kind of stuff, it has to be under guidance, under supervision. So instead of like just going, what are we going to do? Let's create groups for them to go to and go, hey, anybody that's interested in computer security, hacking, that kind of stuff, we're going to come in and you're going to give them a more like a framework in which to work from. It's like joining a basketball team or a baseball team, except it's cyber. It's the cyber team for your school. We are going to go to conferences and competitions and build stuff and have fun. If we catch you doing anything outside of this, you're out. You're off the thing. And we will, if you break the law, you're gonna have to do that. And you need to be talking about what happens to people when they break the law and show them the case studies of like, hey, guess what? Just because you were 17, you thought, oh, I'm a minor, nothing's going to happen. Show every article you can that says they tried them as an adult, right? So they know there are consequences. Get people that were hackers at their age to come in and speak either virtually or in person. These are the kind of things that we should be doing with these kids so that, yes, that curiosity is a good thing. That is something they should be allowed to, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's to indulge, but under safe and supervised conditions. Say, hey, build a home network, do this. We'll build a school network for you to come in and hack and build and try. You can remote in. We'll build all the safety measures so that this network can stay safe and give you a place to come play and hang out. Man, that was one of the first things I was like 19 or 20 when I first found a forum that allowed that kind of stuff. And I didn't go out trying to hack other people's stuff. I was too busy working on the challenges in there. You can like send them to try hack me, send them to, hackthebox, stuff like that. There are plenty of places where you can scratch that curiosity itch. And of course, they're going to want to like hack their school because, I changed my grade, blah, 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 blah. But you got to talk to them. If we catch, you're going to get expelled. And you can think, I'll just get a job as a hacker. It's like, that's not how this works. If you get busted hacking, no one wants to hire you anymore. This ain't 2001, right? Where like the best way to get a job with the government was to hack them and, spend a little time on house arrest and then go, hey, kid, you seem to be pretty adept at this. That's not how it works anymore. Now it's like, you are an untouchable. You're not coming around anything that we do. You've already proven yourself untrustworthy. We got plenty of people that want to come and do this job with the skills, right? It's not like it was back then where there was a select few amount of people that understood that kind of stuff. These days and ages, I could throw a rock and hit a cybersecurity professional at this point, right? So we need to be teaching them. We need to be controlling, giving them that opportunity to do those things under controlled, supervised, and then, man, let them hack, let them learn. They're going to be beasts when they get out of school. They're going to be awesome. They're going to be set up to help build their own firms, do pen testing, do SOC, do whatever, right? Teaching them programming stuff and telling them to build their own tools. At that young age, man, their brains are just sponges. They're going to kick our butts. For all of us that were like, I'm going to career change, right? And get into this. They're starting that early. Look at all the countries that do that by kind of fiat, right? Like Israel and North Korea. Not that North Korea is a model. I'm just saying the idea that they look for the talent young and then they just make it their world. With Israel, they see kids in high school that have aptitude for this. And they do mandatory military service. And that could be your mandatory military service, that you go learn to be a hacker and look at all the things that have come out of that. Like all the cool stuff like Palo Alto and things of that nature, right? They are smart people. And whether it's good stuff or bad stuff that came out of it, you can't deny the brilliance that they have fostered because of those programs. So if we were making that happen, yeah, Silver Wraith is saying they were in a computer club and loved it. Yeah, it's so much fun. Break and fix. Yeah, don't throw a rock my way. Wait, let's see what you guys are saying about this. Yeah, Bearded IT Dad, you're blacklisted forever, right? It's $10 a month for Try Hack Me. And I like this kind of stuff, like Try Hack Me and Hack the Box. But I think that at that age, they would love to build their own network for hacking. I think that they would enjoy that so thoroughly. And it gives them all like, they're going to then have that skill for like, oh, I know what AD looks like. I know we have our own cloud environment. I created an IAM user. I did blah, 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 right? I had security groups. I did all the things. Yeah. Cybercrime is not a career here. Thank you, Justin. Or his counterpart, Dustin J. Dong, right? Not Justin DeJong, but Dustin J. Dong. That's his doppelganger running around there. Dustin J. Dong is telling everybody, hey, we do live in Russia. Cybercrime is a career. It's not. That's a joke. Don't. Boy, you guys got me going. I'm already almost halfway through the show. Get Tyler Ramsby on the phone and start begin teaching them kids. Yeah, it'd be fun, man. It's wild how many people think that the internet is anonymous. Tech Grunt says, is preaching the gospel right now. Yeah, I will make you believe. Dare for hacking. Yeah, these are like, this would be so cool. Working on a t-shirt to drop in the Discord. Cool. I look forward to that, Wayne. I would love to make a t-shirt. I get a little, you know, a lot of you have heard today that I started a new job at the beginning of the year. I get a little money saved up. I'm gonna come up with some t-shirt ideas or something. It'll be fun. Lost Gambler says, this is the closest I could find. Didn't read it, but yeah. Oh, so it won't let you drop the actual link, but if you modify the link where it doesn't look like it says HTTPS or something, it's like jimmy it up a little bit so it'll bypass the filter, and then I can unjimmy it and put it in the browser. So if you got that, go for it. Let's see here. Victor Rosa, I do agree that the school system needs to enhance. I think the overall, they should encourage a trait or specialty like automobiles, PC networking, or even light pre-med. Yeah, that would be cool, man. I remember I was really into like paramilitary stuff for a long time. And there were courses you could take on battlefield medic. So you would go to this training range and they would have you like hook up an IV to like a carcass of a pig and that kind of stuff. You would learn how to do all those things. You get your little med kit. You would learn how to use all the stuff inside the med kit, what to do in a battlefield situation. That's all really good stuff. A light EMT course would be awesome. Mar Awareness can hack Samsung Android, no update or unpatched. I don't know. Can you? I can get down with the Tech Deck shirt. Yeah, that'd be exactly right. I love this idea. With funny if it looked like coveralls. Yeah, or like a garage shirt and the name patch says Billy or CyberCast Tech Neck, something like that. Yeah, that'd be fun. Tech Grunt says teach them kids the way of cybersecurity. That's right. Don't be like Billy. Billy just came out of, he did stint in federal prison. He's like, man, I just changed the URL by one number and I found myself in this little 3 hots and a cot. Tech Neck t-shirt. Heck yeah, man. I'm down. Bearded IT Dad says, I blame the schools for not having good enough security and having classes to teach cybersecurity classes to scratch the kids' itch. Right. That's the thing. And maybe that comes from some of the teachers. And I know that teachers work their butts off, that they spend a lot of time with their kids. And they spend a lot of time working after hours and never getting paid for it. But man, they're the real heroes out there on the cybersecurity battlefront because they've got the early access to the kids, right? They've got to be able to. So if they're able to start those groups and foster that in a positive way, anybody that's out there that has that capability, I would if you can do that, man, you're doing the world a favor. We appreciate you for all you do, but we'd really appreciate that. All right. MS17 says, yo, Daniel Lowry, I usually watch from work. I cannot comment. Just wanted to thank you for all the training you have provided me. You and Sophie are the reason I passed Sec Plus and CEH. Well, I'm so glad to hear. I'm glad you got a chance to just chime in for a second. I don't know if you can hear that dog chewing that rubber ball. He's got a chew toy, and he's going crazy with it. You got your toy, buddy? He can't hear me. What am I doing? It's kind of funny that when you have he got it. Good boy. Yeah, so it's the ball. You open it up and you put treats in it, and you close it up, and he's got to work and work and work to try to get that stuff out. He has been at it since we started the show, and that's 30 minutes. He's been working that ball. That is funny. Victor Rosa says that he works for a public sector, and definitely schools and other public infrastructure does need a lot of help in cybersecurity. If kids are hacking your system, you need to take a hard look at yourself. Well, it's funny because that's probably not too far off from reality, my man. And you are absolutely right. Keith Sloan. Morning, Daniel Lauer, and everyone else. Good morning, Keith Sloan. Good to have you. All right. The same Duke that took a massive Duke yesterday morning. That is correct, the real Kyle. Why do you think I named him Duke? Here he is. Come here, bud. Come here. Come here. You want to see the world? Come here. Come here. He can't hear me. He's not a jumper, so he won't jump. Come here. Come here. Whoa. Let me get you up on the screen there. There he is. There's my boy. There's a cyber pup right there. We going hog hunting after this. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. All right there. There you go. Good man. All right. And there was the introduction of my new co-host, Duke the Cyber Pup. Let's see here. All right, this was a good article, man. Thank you, White Hat Sheepdog, for bringing that up, even though I don't think we got the right article. It was a good article, and it was a good conversation to talk about that right there. All right, if you got questions, you got that AMA, we do the AMA thing as well. Throw that in the chat. Let's bring up another topic, man. Get something going while I take a sip. Now he's walking around my studio looking for stuff to chew on. He's a big dog, but he's still a puppy. What are you doing, bro? Don't shoot. I hope he doesn't go after an electrical cord. That would be bad. His his kennel should come today. He had another kennel. What are you doing? I see wires moving. You're going to get yourself in trouble, son. There you go. Go get that chew toy again. There you go. Lay down. He laid down. He can't hear a word I'm saying. It's so funny. I talk to him even though he can't hear. But he's a good boy. My kids have loved him. We've had him for about 2 weeks now, and he has just been such a good kid, a good dog. The kids have had a great time with him. Find the True asked me, am I able to share what my position is? Yeah, sure. Not a problem. My position will be as a lab designer. I'm going to be helping build more effective cybersecurity labs for a company called UKI. And I'm looking forward to expanding my skill set and lending my years of experience and expertise into creating very useful labs for that organization and helping there. They work a lot with the military. So I think that's their stock and trade, honestly. But looking forward to really getting to stretch my legs out a little bit when it comes to cloud and infrastructure as code and all the fun stuff for orchestration and automation when it comes to doing all that. It's going to be a great time. And then, of course, implementing interesting and very insecure things for us to give people a chance to test their skills against. Very cool stuff. Wayne's Real World says, LOL, now Daniel Lauer can get rich being and selling TechNet, LOL. Yeah, it's going to be my... I'm thinking about, spring in close here. I'm thinking about just creating a TechNet series. I don't know what that looks like yet, but we have so much fun with it. It's a lot of fun for me. I think you guys really enjoy it as well. That I feel like it might, not that we would stop doing it on IRL. And that brings me to another. I'm glad we're talking about the job here. I'm starting a new job. I don't know that we're going to be able to continue to do CyberCast IRL at Friday at 10. I might have to move that to 11 or 12. So there might be some changes in the new year. Bro. Just letting you know, just throwing it out there. So it's good that this got brought up because the job takes precedence. This is something we do for fun, right? Paying the bills is more important than, because my kids and everything with the feeding and they've gotten really used to being clothed and fed and warmed. So I told them not to do that, but they did it anyway. But yeah, there might be some changes in the new year. There probably will be, honestly, when it comes to the show, changing things. Hello. It's my wife. You can come in. He's right here. He just sat down. Yeah, you can take him. You can take him. Go with mama. Go with mama. There you go. My wife. He was getting antsy and walking around, so it's good he got out of here. My wife right there says, we love Duke the Cyber Pup. Yes, we do. He is such a good boy. All right, let's see here. So yeah, just letting you know, FYI, there might be some changes coming. Adding a TechNet segment. Again, I don't know exactly what that's going to look like. It may be like, because I have found, and you guys tell me, feel free to hit me with DMs, comments. I think the comment section actually would be better for this. So leave a comment on what you would like to see on, I'm thinking about doing like TechNet news. That's where my head's at right now, where I do 2 or 3 articles. I don't know if that's every day. That might be tough. I might have to do, because I'm gonna have to do a lot of stuff at night. So it's probably going to be like a once a week thing, maybe twice. Who knows? Again, not sure where we're going with this, but it's a lot of fun and I still want to do it. And I want to give it more of a spotlight so that if you just want TechNet news, you can just go get TechNet news. And that's my idea behind it. Thank you, Joe Bruce, with the congratulations. Appreciate that. And everybody that has congrats me. Thank you, Tech Ricky. Thanks, Wayne. Thanks, Find the True. TechNet shirts are in the Discord. Oh, man, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put that Discord link. I'm an idiot. This is what happens when I do jaw jacking. I forget to do everything. I'm about to drop that link, y'all. Don't worry. It's getting ready to happen. And I'll make sure to change it in that's not what I want. I want this. And stop. Discord, stop. Let me grab that invite link, copy, and wait for it. It's in a pop-out chat. Bing, paste. Booyah. There's your Discord link, kiddos. So if you want to join us in Discord, you can now go check out the TechNet shirt mock-up that TechCrunch just threw in there. Keep it simple with TechNet news, he says. Awesome. Loving it. Let's see here. So, okay, let's get into some questions, and then we got to get to TechNet news. Have I seen the Red Green Show? I absolutely. Are you kidding me? Tell me you were a kid of the 90s without telling me you were a kid of the 90s. I grew up then, man. I've definitely seen Red Green. That's an interesting question, Terrence Tech. In my opinion, how much attention and traction is the new SecAI Plus cert getting in real world and is on your radar for potential? I definitely have it on my radar for potential. I think it's probably going to be the first stop for most people because of CompTIA's, people know of CompTIA. They are familiar with CompTIA, and they have historically been a great first stop and certification in a vast array of different technologies and niches. So I expect them to do quite well with this, honestly. Hopefully it comes out well. Let's see here. Straw Hat Sec says, I found about CISA volunteer program. Some requirements are like it must be employed by a private company and use a company email. How can bypass if it doesn't work? Okay. Hard time following this here, but let's see if we can figure it out. CISA volunteer. So I assume you mean CISA, right? Let me do this real quick. Well, you don't see my internet history. CISA volunteer. I cannot spell volunteer program. Okay, is this it? Volunteer student interns. That is our volunteer student internship program allows current high school undergraduate. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you found this. Some requirements are like you must be employed by a private company. They're either done in exchange of academic credit or payment from a third party, an organization outside of CISA. Okay, so I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. Business mission and administrative support, blah, blah, blah. Our cyber interns work on databases, support efforts, automate, and collect forensics from Linux distributions, code assist with evaluation and risk management, develop and run scripts to analyze logs, among other duties. We also have legal interns, basic requirement, eligibility, U.S. citizenship, minimum age of 16, transcripts are required, must maintain a GPA of 2.5 throughout the internship, must be an enrolled student at both the time and application, and at the time the internship begins, meet the eligibility requirements. Must remain at least a part-time student throughout the internship. If you are not in class in the summer, you can still intern in the summer. Ability to obtain and work and maintain a public trust at higher clearance levels depending on work requirements. How to apply. So honestly, they have this right here. Contact us. I would reach out to them on this question and get more details because, yeah, sometimes you're like, that doesn't make sense. It's a little vague. I don't know enough about this to really be able to answer this question. Some requirements are like must be employed at a private company and use company email. You can bypass that by just go getting a domain. So you spend $20 or 30 or, maybe up to $50 on a domain. Then you get an email. I mean, you could spend less. I'm trying to highball you here to let you know it's like, could be up there to get a simple domain, depending on what you go for. If you don't work and have a job, I mean, at that point, you're kind of lying to them about that so that you can get the internship, which if they find that out, they're not going to be too thrilled about. If this is a requirement that you work for a private company and you lie to them about it, and they're not going to be thrilled about that if they find out about it. And then you get a bad name. This is actually a really good thing. Let's talk about this for a second. The last thing you ever want to do when it comes to your cybersecurity career is lie about it. Don't do that. If you don't know something or if you don't have those skills, just don't lie. Be honest, be straightforward, speak up to your strengths. If you do not qualify for this, I don't know what to tell you. I would contact the contact information and say, here's my situation. Would this be enough? Because you never know. Maybe there's a little wiggle room and that's just the quote unquote requirements. But there's wiggle room they just didn't tell you about. So I would check that, but don't lie. Don't do things that are shady because then you're the shady person that what you're trying to do is become a worker that is your job is one of the utmost and highest levels of trust. Don't break that trust. Okay? Don't do it. You've been warned. Anybody out there that's listening, I'm not saying Straw Hat Sec is going to do that, but you've been warned, don't break that trust. Anybody that's listening that's thinking, oh, I'll just take a little left end run around this and that and the other. Not a great idea. Okay. Let's see here. Back to the thing. We've got about 1 minute. See if I can get some more stuff going. And then we're going to jump into Technics. Technic may be easier to do as YouTube shorts, like quick takes on the news. Maybe would help bring new people to the channel. I used to really try to grow the channel. I don't know that I'm going to try to do that anymore. I've had the channel for 5 years now. I don't even have 20,000 subscribers. I doubt highly that it's ever going to be big. Like, even I would be surprised if I hit 50,000 subscribers within the next 5 years. Okay. So I'm not chasing subs anymore. I'm just doing this for fun and enjoyment and entertainment. I love everybody that shows up here and has a good time and learns something and is a part of it. Cybersecurity doesn't seem to be growing like it was before. I think a lot of people are a little disillusioned with it. And yeah, so you can waste your life trying to chase numbers on YouTube and other social media. I'm just doing it for fun and to help out the community at this point, just like when I started it. I went for a minute really trying to go hard into the paint on growing the channel. It's like, I'm just going to do what I want to do. I'm sick of trying to play the game. So we're going to have fun. We're going to do what we want. We're going to, cause that way I don't owe nobody nothing. And when I mean nobody, I mean YouTube or LinkedIn or whatever, right? I'm coming to hang with you folks and to talk about fun, interesting stuff that we like. All right, I might have a chance for a data center job, and it's in North Dakota. And for an AI company, I'm not sure will exist in a year. Do I risk it? Yeah, you can do anything for a year. Just if you think that's the case, that it might not be there after the year. This is for Justin. Right there. Get the job. Do a great job while you're there. In your free time, be preparing for the next job. You're gaining experience. There's going to be another data center that needs another person that does that thing. And they're probably going to pay you. So it's a great way to continue to like keep your career going. You just have to be looking at the future. Always be right now. Here's what you got to do. Here's the strategy. And then we'll jump into tech next. The strategy right now for people in tech and cybersecurity and other fields as well, but this is our bread and butter is IT and cyber, is always expect that today you're getting laid off. Today it's done. Right? And you got to have the game plan ready to rock to go to the next thing. That's just how it's going right now. Okay? So be building those relationships, be building those labbing, doing all this stuff as if you didn't have a job. So your spare time right now is preparing, learning new skills, keeping old skills sharp, staying on top of the game, putting your stuff out there, building in public, and doing all this stuff so that when the day comes, whether by choice or not, that you're not going to work there anymore, you're good. That's end of sermon. Let's get into tech next, kiddos. I need like a segment, like changer. Yes, I can close all these. Let's grab this. Let me put this where it goes. All right. My voice is a little shot, but here we go, kids. We talking tech next, baby. We got Hacker News. Hacker News is going to show us something good today. What you got here, Hacker News? Hacker News says Nigeria arrests Racoon0365 phishing developer linked to Microsoft 365 attacks. Now, of course, I had to jump on this because they saw me coming a mile away. They said something about raccoons. I was like, heck yeah, I got a bunch of raccoons out there in the backyard. They're dumping my trash over every night. I'm sick of picking up trash. Here's what I was going to do. I was going to electrify them cans. But then someone said that's like animal cruelty or whatever. I was like, oh, man, they are kind of cute, though. I'll give them credit. I'll just let old Duke jump on them. Or Billy. They prefer Duke, I guarantee you that. They don't want to see a drunk, shirtless redneck running at them in the middle of the night, all hopped up on Surge that he kept from the 90s. He drinks it like it's mother's milk. I don't know what's wrong with that boy. I got to be honest with you. But then they said something about fishing. Oh, I didn't do that. Thank you. There we go. They said something about fishing. Developer linked. All right. And I was like, oh, fishing. Hell yes. I got my Zebco rod right there, brother. We going night fishing. We're going to get some crappie. Go big bass fishing. We're going to do some bass fishing. I like to hit crappie, though. That's a nice one, right? Catch a few brim. Maybe a little noodling if you're feeling strong. Get that hand all tore up. I don't know what's wrong with them boys. So listen here, man. I'm as stupid as a redneck ever been, but I ain't dumb enough to dive down underneath the water and let a 40, 50-pound catfish latch onto my hand while he's dug in to his hole. I don't know if you noticed, they're strong as hell. They got some I don't know what that. I want them tested for performance enhancers. That's what's up. That fish strong. He'd tear you up. Come up all bloody-handed. Break out that stink bait. Heck yeah. Tech Ricky knows what I'm talking about. Get that stink bait out, man. Get them chicken gizzards. You'd be biting all day. Be biting all day. Love it. Anywho, So they talk about phishing, but that wasn't that kind of phishing. I was like, oh, let down. But then they said it was phishing, like the PH phishing, and it was Microsoft 365. I was like, all right, tell me more. I'm listening. So authorities in Nigeria. Now, last I heard, there was some Nigerian prince out there giving out money like it was going out of style. So if you get that email, Billy answered it. He went to Nigeria to find the guy because something happened, money didn't come through. He was pissed, super pissed, right? And he ended up coming back with a face tattoo. Says, I went to Nigeria to find a prince, and all I got was his face tattoo. He loves it, though. He's proud as hell of it. He's a weird guy. All right, let's see here. So authorities in Nigeria, to the actual article, have announced the arrest of high-profile internet fraud suspects who are alleged to have been involved in phishing attacks. Allegedly, I have yet to be convicted, they say. Targeting major corporations, including the main developer behind Racoon0365, a phishing as a service. I have a phishing as a service, right? I'll take you out on my bass boat, $35 an hour, man. I guarantee you're going to catch you a largemouth. I know all the honey holes, every lake in the area. I drop you in, man, 20 minutes tops. You're going to pull out a 2-pounder, right? And that's just start of the day. Then, as I whet your appetite on them great bass. Anyway, that's bass fishing. This kind of fishing as a service is like, you know what I'd like to do? I'd love to be able to get people to click on some links that take them to something nefarious. And Racoon0365 says, I got you covered. I'm good to go. You need that? I got you. So they build you a fishing service. You get your fish to wherever you want to go. Excuse me. And from there, it's hands off the wheel. You are welcome. That's how that works. That's some bullcrap. So I'm glad they caught these guys. I got a real frog in my voice. Nigeria Police Force, blah, 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 NPFNC. I can't read all these big old words, man. Get real. Said investigations conducted in collaboration with Microsoft and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I got an FBI shirt, but that don't mean what it means, right? Led to the identification of Okitipi Samuel. I would just go with Sam, buddy. Also known as Moses Felix. How the hell did you jump from Okitipi Samuel to Moses Felix? Like, what was your mama and daddy thinking? Like, anyway, he's a principal suspect. Man, I know what that's like. I mean, I heard that that's horrible to be a principal suspect in something. He's the developer of that phishing infrastructure. Investigations reveal that he operated a Telegram channel. Well, good for him, right? Through which phishing links were sold in exchange for crypto. And hosted fraudulent login portals on Cloudflare using stolen or fraudulently obtained email credentials. You see, there's people out there go, wow, what I got to worry about privacy for? I ain't got nothing nobody wants. Yeah, you do. You got an identity. You got access to stuff. And it's that kind of thing that leads to this kind of thing. Because if I can gain your access to a system, then I can use that for further exploitation. So you got something. Don't be a dummy. Keep your stuff private. Use good password. Policies and everything, like it's got to be done. Just do it. All right, the NPF said in a post shared on social media. That's why I didn't see this, because it was on social media, and I refuse. I'm like a Luddite. No, I'm just kidding. You know I'm on that Facebook every day, seeing what my Meemaw's posting. She done crocheted some mittens for her cat, whose name is Mittens. I mean, it's funny as hell. Watch that cat walk around in mittens on, I ain't gonna lie. All right, in addition to laptops, mobile devices, and other digital equipment linked to the operation, they have been seized. I'm sure they have. FBI was like, oh man, it's a payday. We get to use all this stuff for our own benefit after we convict you of a horrible crime. But hey, whatever. Live by the sword, die by the sword, right? Let's see here. Conducted to their residence and arrested individuals that have no connection. The 2 other arrested individuals have no connection to the creation or operation of the PhaaS service per the NPF. They were just standing on his front porch, drinking Boone's Farm. Like, hey, man, what's the FBI doing here? They're like, I'm under arrest. Oh, hell. Man, I just know this guy from down at the Jiffy store. What are we getting arrested for? You are the company you keep, sir. Kiss my ass. Racoon0365 is the name assigned to the financially motivated threat group. Do you have to put the term financially motivated? I mean, it's more often than not that they are financially motivated. So you just got to tell me when they're not. That's easier. Behind the PhaaS toolkit, bad actors conduct credential harvesting attacks by serving phishing pages, mimicking Microsoft 365. See, that's what all that GoFish and Evil Jinx and stuff is for, is to do stuff like this. Now, Racoon apparently got their own thing going on, but that's smart, right? You don't want to use that commodity stuff. All right, Microsoft is tracking the threat actor under the moniker Storm2246. All right, you can just track them as Butthole2246. That's what they are. Back in September 2025, tech giant Microsoft worked with Cloudflare to seize 338 domains used by Racoon0365. That's a decent sized bit of thing going on there. Man, I done run out of my Rio Punch. I'm going to have to start digging into the Natty Ice. Anybody got like a trunk warm bush laying around? I'd drink that too. Let's see here. Infrastructure attributed to the toolkit estimated to have led to the theft of at least 5,000 Microsoft credentials from 94 countries. Man, they ain't kidding. They got a good service going on. Well, they did. They don't anymore. Welcome to prison. And you're going to prison in Nigeria, I would assume, which I also assume is not the kind of prison you want to go to. Prison in general. I mean, just be honest. No one wants to go to any prison. They're all pretty not fun. Speaking, from what I heard. This is fun. These Microsoft login portals aimed at stealing user creds and using them to gain unlawful access to the email platforms of corporate, financial, and educational institutions. The joint probe has uncovered multiple incidents of unauthorized Microsoft 365 accounts. Yep. Crafted to mimic. So here he is. Originating from phishing messages crafted to mimic legitimate Microsoft authentication pages. And that's how you get popped right there. That's right there why you don't click them links. Man, I see a link come in. I'm like, yeah, nice try. That was fun. But I'm your friend. Sure you are. Sure, you best buds. We went to school together up into the 3rd grade when I dropped out. Right? Just ain't doing it. You can't make me, and it's never going to happen. These activities led to business email compromise. That's a fun one. BEC. Man, I tell you what, over in the African countries, I forget, I might be Nigeria. They got these Yahoo boys or whatever it is, this big BEC groups, that's their stock in trade. Billy go over there and tear a few of them boys up, man. He's a crazy boy. But that BEC, that's basically where, okay, I get into your email and then I pretend like I'm you and I send you an invoice and then you just pay the invoice. Hey, there's an account number, there's routing information, all that fun stuff. Oh, we forgot to pay that bill. Let's go ahead and get it paid. And then they get money. At least that's one of the ways you do it with BEC. Let's see. Financial losses across multiple jurisdictions, the NFL. Yeah, that's pretty horrible. Well, there we go. They got a civil lawsuit filed by Microsoft, and Health ISAC in September has accused the defendants Joshua Ogun. Oh, I like Oguns. Ogun Dippy, Ogun Dipe, and 4 other John Does. What about a doe? You got doe? We going doe hunting? I'll get me one. I love a good deer ham, man. That junk is delicious. Hosting a cyber criminal operation by selling, if they find them guilty about this, they're going to jail. Tell my boy Billy I said what's up. He's currently up 3 to 5 right now. Stolen data is used to fuel more cybercrime. Yep, that's how it works. Like business email compromise, financial fraud. I think we get the idea. It's no bueno. I thought it was about fishing, but it's pH fishing. And there you go. Let's see what you guys got going on. Then we'll call it a day. Done and done. So Wayne's Real World says, I need to copyright Technic before someone else steals it. I guess so. No snitching. Almost incriminating himself on camera. This is from TechRod. This almost became an episode of Cops. I cannot confirm nor deny whether or not I have been in a tank top white tee being chased by a canine unit. Space Tacos, hey Technic, what's your thoughts on that trash panda that got drunk and broke into some stores the other same area? You mean Billy? He just painted himself. He was drunker than Cooter Brown. Was like, oh, I'm gonna go break into some stuff. It's just so fun. He's just a crazy man. Florida man, you know it. Breaking out that stink bag. All right, looks like we all caught up. I hope everybody enjoyed the show today. Ebenezer Luke Canfield. I have a truck with a rattle can hood, man. That's what I'm talking about. Get the palm fronds out and give it the camo rattle can. That's a good time. So when you go hog hunting, the hogs don't see you. You know, your 89 Bronco. I love this. Thanks for everybody for watching me today. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I've enjoyed having you on. There will be no After Dark next week, but we will have IRL. And that should be the last IRL, I think, maybe. I don't know. I'm bad at math. But we'll definitely have IRL next week, I'm pretty sure. And yeah. So what else do we got going on? Join the Discord, drop that link in there. I'll make sure to change it in the description of this. Hello, Duke. Duke is back. Duke has come to say goodbye. Hello, Duke. Yeah, anything else I need to update you guys on? Yeah, just things. Yeah, moving into 2026. Gonna be fun. Gonna have a good time. Hopefully you are as well. Until next time, everyone, keep hacking.